Here we have the 2-hour price chart for Tesla Incorporated, stock ticker TSLA. As we can see here, the stock is having a bit of trouble after posting some significant long-term highs and generating a very strong rally in the process. If anybody's that has been watching the broader market trajectory and trends in the broader market, you're likely to be aware of the fact that stock markets as a whole really have been trading under a significant amount of selling pressure over the last week or so. A little bit more than a week. It was really last Thursday, the prior week, that kind of led to all of this downside activity. For the most part, Tesla has managed to hold up fairly well in comparison to some of its counterparts. I do suggest that people look at some of my other videos that I've posted on other stocks recently, particularly NVIDIA and Meta platforms would be very good places to start if you're curious about how these broader trends in the market have been influencing the indices like the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the Dow. This has definitely weighed on sentiment and definitely brought share prices lower for many of those benchmarks, those stock benchmarks. So currently, we do have to start to kind of drill in here a bit and really take a look at what's going on here with Tesla. Recently, the highs that have been posted came in at $271, and this would be the high from the prior Thursday trading session. This would be July 11. So, this was a significant trading period, and this is something that I pointed to also in several videos because I believe that, the paradigm is sort of shifting here. And I do start to see, I do think that we're going to start to see more of a mixed result as far as the technology space is concerned, likely the market as a whole, but in particular in the tech space, I am starting to expect to see some more significant differences between how different stocks are performing. In other words, I don't think that a positive day is just going to raise all tech stocks. I think there's going to be more of a mixed performance where some stocks do well and others do not. So for this reason, I do think it's important to look at some of my other videos and kind of take a broader assessment of where these trends really are. So currently, since we have posted this 271 high, we have started to post some lower highs in the process. For example, July 15th, we saw highs of 265.60, and then July 18th, we saw highs of 257.13. So this is starting to create a bit of a descending triangle type of formation. This prior consolidation feature of the stock has started to sort of reverse itself, and we are going to start to come into pressure here with some fairly significant support levels. We've already broken the 250 mark, so that is significant to the downside. And currently, we're trading at the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement of this dominant trend move here. So if we look at the lows, which came in at the lows here would have posted at 167. Wait, this isn't the low here. Wrong. Okay, so lows extend all the way back to this would be the April 22nd trading session where we saw lows below 140. So this is a fairly significant price move here. And then ultimately these highs came in at 271, which posted during the July 11th trading session. So if we're using this dominant price move as our most influential trend wave here, we can see that we're currently trading at roughly the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement of this broader move. And this is coming into close contact with the rising 50-period exponential moving average on the 2-hour chart. That would be this orange line here. So, we do have a couple of technical indicators in this same area, and price is starting to break below those levels. So, a daily close here would also mean a weekly close because it's the Friday session. So this would be a significant break here to the downside if we do see, some continued declines. Going forward, the price level that I would be watching first comes in at 233.08, which is the low from July 12th. This is going to be a fairly significant price move because, if we do see a test here, it would sort of confirm the outlook for a descending triangle pattern. And then a break below here would sort of confirm the bearishness of that pattern. From there, the moving averages don't exactly line up very well with the Fibonacci retracement zones. So we could start to see a bit of a more unpredictable outlook here if this price level gives way. I'm not saying that it will or will not give way, but what I'm saying is that if we do see a break below here, it would be a significant price move. All of that said, we could just as easily see a bounce out of here. Currently, the momentum reading in the longer term RSI, relative strength index, does remain positive. As we can see in this price chart here, the lower portions, this purple line represents the relative strength index. So, as we can see here, the trend does continue to be positive, and it has been positive during this entire uptrend move that we've been outlining. This would really encompass the break below 140 and then the ultimate break above 270. So, this is a very influential long-term price trend here, and we can see that the underlying relative strength index momentum indicator has been confirming these moves to the top side. And that has occurred even as the share price was making these massive price gains. Really toward the end of June, and then into the first half of July. I mean, these are very significant price moves higher, and the relative strength index, didn't show any bearish divergences or anything like that. So that overall, that is an encouraging feature, and it does suggest that there is real strength to this dominant uptrend here. I wouldn't be ready to call it a top just yet, even though we do have some, kind of shorter term bearish price patterns, which do suggest that we could have a weaker open on Monday. It still remains to be seen because we do have a very significant support zone here at 233. And then in addition to that, we're starting to come back into contact with this rising trend line on the charts indicator reading. So, these things do suggest that there could be a bounce here. What I would like to really see happen would be a rising feature, a bit of a faster rising feature in this 100 period exponential moving average. If it were to come in contact with this 233 zone, I think that it would sort of strengthen the level and kind of support the outlook for a bounce from this zone. But if we continue to see a broader sell off with stocks like Nvidia and Meta Platforms, this could be a major story that kind of continues to weigh on the market during this summer trading period. So these are all factors that have to be considered here. A lot of the recent sell-off has not been directed at Tesla specifically. It's more of a broad-based thing. So these are factors that you do have to watch going forward. It's not just this. It's not just this one stock itself. So here's the current market outlook for Tesla Incorporated, stock ticker TSLA.